Welcome. In front of me I have the LENOVO Legion Tab, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and also its specifications. And this is the 2025 model, by the way. So anyway, cut to intro. So we're gonna jump straight into the unboxing, getting the foil on here. You can also see right here now LENOVO Legion Tab 8.8. I believe this is just third generation in this case. And what do we get right here is actually a pretty nice device. Now it's not going to be super cheap considering it is coming at about $500 US. So it is on a more of a premium end when it comes down to tablets, but considering the size and the specifications of this tablet, I think it might be very enticing for people that want to have a absolute beast of a tablet for gaming and general consumption of media and other stuff. And even if I can get this out, come on. Yeah, this isn't a... Oh, there we go. Now it's a chunky piece right here. So let's see what we got actually in here. Okay, wow, that is more than I actually expected. So we have a... Let's see. I'm actually not sure what do we have in here, considering I never actually seen an unboxing of this. Oh, that's disappointing. What is this? Oh, okay, so we have a screen protector, and this is actually tempered glass. Damn, that's actually dope. Nice. That is really nice that we actually get a tempered glass with the device. Especially when it comes onto tablets, I have never seen a tablet come with a tempered glass in a box. So this is just for applying the tempered glass. You kind of put that on there and then align the tempered glass right here so it gets spaced out evenly, which is a pretty cool little accessory. Now in here we have what's most likely more of a case, and yep, this is a case. You can see it. Come on, there we go. It's perforated for ventilation purposes or just the heat dissipation. There's a little magnet latch right here, and this looks like it's a recycled no, it's not recycled plastic. Just has this kind of design, I think. And this actually detaches fully, as you can see, and magnetically attaches. That is a really nice design. I really like this. Next we have the tablet itself, and it is a small tablet. This is a 8.8-inch tablet. Let's boot it up. Now it will make probably some noise when it's booting up to showcase their Dolby probably sound system or whatever they have right here. So I think they do have some kind of Dolby whatever. So I'm gonna set it up to the side. Next we have our charging cable. It's a probably Type-C, yep, to Type-C. So both ends are Type-C. Guide, quick start guides, whatever, and nothing else in here. And then on the other side, do we get a charger? Come on. What's in here? Ah, I've been bamboozled. No charger. Okay. Before I actually get into the specifications in this, I do want to check this case out because it is a nice looking case. For some reason, I really like how it looks like. And just flipping that. Oh, there we go. Now it's fully on there. And that is a... Honestly, I really like this. This is a very cool device. Nice. Yeah, I really like this. I wasn't expecting to actually like this as much as I do. Something about the size, the design of it, just so good. So, let's start off with the display right here, as this is going to be the star of the show, almost. So this is an, unfortunately, LCD IPS display, which I would honestly much rather see a AMOLED display right here rather than IPS. But it's running at a whopping 165 Hertz refresh rate. It has a Dolby Vision certification, HDR10, for some reason not 10 plus, I don't know why, considering I'm pretty sure it has Dolby Vision and it should have HDR10 plus. But again, that's another cost that they would need to add for the certification. Brightness of 900 nits, which for a tablet I think it's a pretty good enough resolution. Brightness, as you most likely will be primarily using this indoors, I believe, and on the go and like public transportation, so you don't need 3000 whopping nits of brightness to sear your irises out of your skull. So this is, I would say, sufficient enough. It's a 8.8 inch display with a 83.2% screen to body ratio and a resolution, again, which is a pretty good one, 1600 by 2560. It's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, and it boasts a 343 pixels per inch. For a tablet, this is actually a pretty good resolution right here, or even density. The rivals kind of like flagship, maybe not rivals, but it's close enough to like flagship phones. Now, let's continue going through this. Now, as you probably gathered, this is primarily a gaming tablet. So what we're gonna have here in terms of the cameras is not going to be anything glamorous, to be honest. And you can even see these cameras look puny. And one is a 13 megapixel wide, and the other one is a sticker camera, which they call in 2 megapixel macro. But it's a sticker camera, which basically means that it's garbage and unusable. And with those cameras, you can record up to 1080p 30 frames if you ever want to. And with a selfie, which we do have right here in the bezel, we have a 8 megapixel that also does 1080p 30 frames. And that's about it. Now, in terms of the OS right here, it looks like a little bit skinned Android. We do have some already applications that come pre-installed here that you might not care about, something like Smart Connect, or for instance Nebu, My Script, whatever, Legion Space, this is for gaming though, Lenovo Vantage, whatever that is, and yeah, some other things. So it does have just a little bit of bloat right here, but I presume, we even have Black Desert for some reason, though this is not most likely installed. This is just if you try to open it up, yeah, it takes you to Play Store to download it. Moving on into the internals, we have a 6550 mAh battery in here, which is a okay battery. It's something really like great. I do want to kind of point it out. So here I have a Vivo, I think it's this one. I have a couple of phones right here, I don't remember which one is it, but they're all about 6.6 inch displays. So this phone has basically the same battery size, and you can see that it is a bit smaller. So I'm pointing that out is because Lenovo could have gone with a better battery, being the carbon silicone one, which would at this point probably give you more of a 9000 mAh battery for this tablet, which would mean that you could game for much longer on the go, and that is always a better thing. It's a gaming tablet that is supposed to be portable. Obviously you most likely want to have longer gaming sessions, not shorter ones. So probably would have been better to have silicon carbon instead of what we have right here. There we go, a little bit better visibility. Now, apart from that, we have 68 watts of charging speed right here, assuming you have a charger that can charge this fast. We have two, not one but two, USB-C ports. So one is on the side right here, which you can see. The other one is at the back right here, on the side. So if you're gaming like this, obviously you can charge it from the bottom and it won't be getting in your way, because typically when you have a plug-in, it just kind of gets in the way of your hands. So that is not the case. Also, when it comes into gaming, it is designed so you can still get sound. Speakers are positioned right here closer to the top when you're holding it in a landscape mode. So both of them are offset higher, as you can see. So you will, if you're holding it this way, you won't be ever covering the speakers, meaning you won't have muffled sound, which is a good design right here. Now, in terms of the internals, we do have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor that is powering this, which I believe at the release of this tablet, we already had the 8 Elite at that point. So actually, maybe not. This was released in October 16 of 2024. So actually, maybe 8 Elite wasn't on the market just yet. So at that point, that would have been the fastest processor that they could have gone with. But other than that, we have 12 gigabytes of RAM with 256 storage, or 512 gigs of storage with 16 gigs of RAM. Both options being UFS 4.0 storage type with no expandable storage whatsoever in here. And that, I think, sums it up. So for about $500, you're getting a pretty decent gaming tablet that can do a lot of other things. For instance, have like decent viewing experience for like movies with Dolby Vision support, stupidly high refresh rate at 165 hertz. So yeah, it's a fantastic tablet, and the fact that it also comes with things like the little case, screen protector that is made out of tempered glass, is just adding to the value of this. And I think this is a fantastic value for this kind of device. Let's see. Oh, and you can also have the kickstand. Nice. So yeah, if you're on the fence about this device, I think it's a amazing product right here from Lenovo. And yeah, I would probably highly recommend this if you're on the market for a gaming tablet, specifically ones that are on a smaller side, as this is, again, 8.8 inches. So it's not going to be super big. If you compare it to like a normal phone, as you can see right here, this is like a 6.6 inch device. It's going to be bigger, but it's not going to be mind-blowingly bigger. It's not like, for instance, 11-inch tablets from Samsung or something like that. So this is more that you can drop it easily in your bag or almost even in a pocket, bigger than what I can. This is a little bit bigger than what I can fit in my pockets, but if you have some deep, huge pockets in your pants, you can probably even fit this. And yeah, it's a great product. Anyway, with that being said, hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.